Every evening, we are giving you in-depth perspective of how the coronavirus is impacting our daily lives. One of the things we're still able to do is get out and take a walk. And that's leading to state parks and facilities reaching capacity pretty quickly. And joining me now to talk about that is Dykes. She's the Commissioner of the Department of Energy and Environmental Protection and a former one-time guest on Face the State. Commissioner Dykes, great to see you here tonight.
Thank you so much. Great to be with you.
So the weekend's looking pretty good in terms of weather. You just heard the forecast, 77 on Sunday. But what kind of challenge does that pose for you and your parks?
Well, it's going to be a gorgeous weekend, and we're excited to share our parks with everyone. You know, as we talk about reopening Connecticut, our parks have been open the whole time, and we have been educating visitors about ways to stay safe when they come to the parks. And as the weather gets warmer, we know more and more people are interested to come out. So we want to encourage people to choose a park that may be less popular and less visited. Come earlier in the day. Check our Twitter page at CT State Parks, where we're putting information about when we close parks when they reach capacity. Those are things that people can do to, again, help to minimize the number of people that we have in parks, keep it manageable so we can ensure that folks can stay safe while they're enjoying their time outside.
What about people from out of state coming to our parks? If you see New York plates or Massachusetts plates in the parks, what are you going to do? Are they allowed in?
They're allowed in, but you know, we have, generally speaking, it's been Connecticut residents who have been turning out more and more in numbers that are really unprecedented. We've seen almost 70–80% increase in the number of people using our trails and our parks over this time last year. So with fewer other options available, the parks are so important, and that's especially been the case for folks here in Connecticut.
What happens if your officers see a big group congregating?
Yep. So we have put measures in place. We're monitoring, we're educating people. Groups of 5 or more are not allowed in the parks. So you should be coming to the park for solitary enjoyment. Come by yourself or with members of your immediate household. And we are not allowing picnicking. We're encouraging folks, come to stretch your legs, take a little hike. It's for a short visit just to get some fresh air. Very
briefly, because we only have a couple of seconds left, but we've been noticing, and people have been saying, a lot of wildlife is coming out of the woodwork now because there's not as much traffic, and people are seeing birds they haven't seen before and animals they haven't seen before in residential neighborhoods. Are you hearing reports of that as well?
Well, of course, this is the time of year when we know bears are coming out of hibernation. We start to get more reports, but also I think people are paying more attention to the wildlife that's all around us. And so we have a campaign called hashtag Earth Day Every Day. Encourage people to take a look. If the parks are closed or at capacity or crowded, you can find great ways to connect to nature right in your own backyard with bird watching and other activities that you can find on our website. So we're encouraging people. It's a great time to get outdoors. If you do come to the parks, check that at CT State Parks first to make sure that they haven't closed to capacity before you visit.
Dykes, Commissioner of the DWP, we thank you so much for being with us. Enjoy your weekend.
Thanks so much.